Hi there, my name is Gordana Ross and I'm a lifestyle freedom coach at Rise to Health Coaching. A few years ago, my life looked completely different. I experienced severe burnout. I think probably at the worst that I could have ever imagined. I broke down mentally, physically and emotionally. I ended up in hospital and without going into too much detail, it was the worst time of my life. I was alone, or I felt alone. There was nobody I could really talk about, because I believed that if I showed anybody my vulnerability, I wouldn't be taken seriously anymore. I would maybe lose a good job. People would turn away from me. You see, over the years, when I was much younger, I always used to be the shoulder to cry on. I was always the strong one. I was the one people would come to and talk about their problems and ask for advice. I was the one who kept it all together. So somehow I just believed that I was strong, and it never occurred to me that I could show emotions or be, weak and actually tell people, hey, I need help too. And if I did ever try or made an attempt, I was turned down. Nobody had time because they just didn't take me seriously enough. So that was a really difficult time, because there were times where I started to develop anxiety and depression. I was working many hours. I started to lose friends because I didn't go out anymore. I was tired. I was just knackered. I had no energy, and I just wanted to spend that little bit of time that I had. I just wanted to spend recovering my body and my mind. So the only time when I was really happy was when I was traveling. And I traveled to 45 countries, and I've visited places that have been the most amazing experience for me. I've learned about foreign cultures and all these kind of things that really made me thrive and blossom. But each time when I returned home and I started a new job, I fell into the same old trap. It was this routine that I had, the same old habits, and especially feeling like I had to please everybody. I was a huge people pleaser. I was not myself. I was only myself when I was away on holiday, because nobody knew me and I could just be myself, and I wouldn't feel judged. And this is a huge problem in this world nowadays, that people are getting judged for the way they look, for what they do, for what they say. Everybody's judging everybody, and it can be so harsh. And you don't know how much hurt you do to someone when you judge them or when you mistreat them. So when I had my burnout, I ended up in hospital. And when I woke up after the operation, I seriously thought I was in hell. I was thinking, why am I deserving this, So I felt so sorry for myself, and I tried to explain why this happened to me and what happened to me and why I deserve this and all these things that didn't really help. And that was the moment I realized I have to speak to someone. I need help. I need help to get myself back on the right track, to get up and, dust myself off, and just to say, you know what, that was an experience that you can learn from. That's a sign your body told you you went too far. And that's when I realized, hey, I should have done something much sooner. I should have listened to the voice in my head saying, hey, you can't keep going like this. I should have listened to my body with all the aches and illnesses and all these things that developed inside of me because I wasn't taking care of myself. And I know that now, and my life couldn't be more different from what it was just a few years ago. So I embarked on a journey of learning about nutrition. I became a health coach. I studied life coaching, and there's so much more that I did in regards to personal development, because at that time I wasn't quite sure what I'm going to do with my health coaching, but I did it for myself. I wanted to heal myself, and there wasn't anything out there that I was kind of drawn to help me, and I didn't really know where to seek help. So when I started studying health coaching, it was such an amazing journey for myself, and I've just explored areas in my life that I've never explored before, I never knew about before, or just things about myself. It was so amazing, and I gained new energy back. I gained trust back in humanity, in people, and that was the first time in my life where I felt like I know what I'm here to do. I want to help other women to avoid going through what I've been through. You see, the problem is that most people are like me. They don't want to talk about that. You know, you don't go out with your friends and talk over a glass of wine and say, oh, by the way, I'm going through a burnout. I feel absolutely rubbish. You don't do that, right? So you put on a brave face, and you have fun and you laugh, and everything is fine, and then you go home and you break down in tears and you feel alone. And you wonder why can't I talk to anybody? And so after trying to focus or put my niche onto helping women to avoid burnout, I realized that it's very, very hard. It's very hard because people don't want to get help until it's too late or until something happens. So I do understand that. If you're watching this and you're going through the same thing, you're experiencing burnout, please seek help. Whoever it is, wherever you go to, don't do this on your own. There's not always a happy ending. There are terrible things that can happen, and it's really not worth it, because you can get out of this and you can change your life, and it can be absolutely beautiful. I'm the living proof. So it is possible, and I was very skeptical about having this wonderful life. I never thought I would be able to have what I have now. So while I realized that I'll be almost unable to help people to get through this, I have decided to focus on, or help people to avoid this. I mean, I'm now focusing on helping people get through burnout and start a new life afterwards. So if you ever feel like you're needing to talk to someone, or if you want to accept help, this is what I'm trained in. I'm a health coach, I'm a guide, I'm your mentor. I can help you going through this without doing any counseling, without doing therapy. This is not what you need if you're experiencing burnout. What you need is empowerment and a strong guide who can show you different direction and help you to go, take a different direction, and where you can make small changes to change your life. And that includes everything, every area of your life. That includes your health, like your diet. That includes relationships and money and your career. So, you know, if you are not doing well in one area of your life, you're not going to be doing 100% well in other areas of your life. And while you might have a wonderful career and a really good and well-paid job, there might be other areas in your life that are suffering as a result of poor health. And whether it's mental health, whether you suffer from anxiety or mild depression, or whether you just feel lonely and or just don't know how to get your life back on track, please contact me and set up a free session with me. Give it a try. Say yes to yourself, and don't let yourself get ill and break down and burn out, because it's really not a pretty situation to be in. So I shared this story with you because I want you to know that you're not alone. There are people out there who are experiencing the same, but I made it my mission to help other women in that situation to get out of it fast, bounce back, and be stronger than ever before. All right, so I hope this message was useful and helpful, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. All the best. Bye now.